Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel. If you're someone who appreciates insightful discussions about the royal family and the meaningful ways they engage with the world, then you're in the right place. Today, we have a fascinating story that intertwines the dedication of King Charles to vital global issues with a recent announcement from the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. Your engagement truly helps us bring you more content like this. Recently, we've seen two significant events unfold. First, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, revealed plans for a new podcast series titled Confessions of a Female Founder. This announcement, as you might imagine, has generated quite a buzz. But perhaps even more importantly, King Charles has taken a very deliberate and meaningful step in his ongoing commitment to environmental stewardship. He hosted a water and climate reception at Buckingham Palace, a gathering dedicated to raising awareness about two of the most pressing issues of our time: climate change and the critical need for clean water access worldwide. Stay tuned as we unpack all the fascinating details behind this moment and its contrast to the Duchess of Sussex announcement. Let's delve into the details of this important event at Buckingham Palace. On a date not long ago, King Charles, alongside representatives from WaterAid, a charity he has championed for many years, convened a water and climate reception. Now, this wasn't just a social gathering, it was a focused effort to bring attention to the urgent global challenges of climate change and the vital importance of ensuring access to clean, safe water for all. Why is this so important, you might ask? Well, for those of us who have lived through decades of environmental change, we've witnessed firsthand the increasing impact of a changing climate. We remember a time perhaps when these issues weren't at the forefront of global conversation. But now, the reality is undeniable. Clean water, something many of us have taken for granted, is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world. This scarcity affects not only human health, but also agriculture, economies, and even global stability. King Charles's decision to host this reception at Buckingham Palace, a location steeped in history and tradition, sends a powerful message. It underscores that these are not just abstract concerns. They are matters of utmost importance that demand our attention and action. This event holds a deeper meaning for the context of the royal family, because they consistently try to help the world. Now let's consider the context of King Charles's long-standing involvement with WaterAid. This isn't a new interest for him. It's a commitment that spans decades. The official Instagram page of WaterAid recently shared a series of heartwarming throwback photos, showcasing the King's visits to various WaterAid projects around the world. These images paint a vivid picture of his dedication. The statement from WaterAid accompanying these photos reads, and I quote, "During his time as our patron, the King has been instrumental in bringing us closer to a world where everyone, everywhere, has clean water, decent toilets, and good hygiene." That's a powerful testament to his impact. The statement continues, "His Majesty has supported us in many ways since 1991. From visiting countries including Ghana, Tanzania, and Uganda to see how clean water changes lives, to attending Glastonbury Festival and stopping by our award-winning garden at the RHS Chelsea Flower Show." These aren't just photo opportunities, they represent genuine engagement. He's traveled to regions directly affected by water scarcity, witnessing firsthand the challenges and the transformative power of clean water access. He's met with communities, listened to their stories, and seen the positive impact of WaterAid's work. He even showed his support at the famous Glastonbury Festival. This heartfelt gesture showcases the true spirit of caring for the world. Let's take a step back and consider the broader historical and cultural context. The British monarchy for centuries has been associated with a sense of responsibility, not just to the nation, but to the wider world. This tradition of service, of addressing significant challenges, is deeply ingrained. Think back to the post-war era, a time of rebuilding and renewed global cooperation. Many of you, like myself, may remember the emphasis on addressing global poverty, promoting education, and fostering international understanding. These were seen as essential pillars of a more stable and prosperous future. King Charles's commitment to environmental issues aligns perfectly with this long-standing tradition. He's not simply following a trend, he's carrying forward a legacy of responsibility. He understands that the health of the planet and the well-being of its people are inextricably linked. And crucially, he recognizes the interconnectedness of climate change and water scarcity. As temperatures rise and weather patterns become more extreme, access to clean water becomes even more precarious. This, in turn, can exacerbate existing inequalities and create new challenges for vulnerable communities. This water and climate reception reflects the rich history of the British monarchy and its commitment to values, such as charity and unity. By focusing on these issues, King Charles is demonstrating a profound understanding of the challenges facing our world today and a determination to use his platform to make a positive difference. It's moments like these that keep the world captivated by the royal family, reminding us that important issues that affect everyone. Now, let's turn our attention to the other piece of news that has been circulating. Meghan Markle's announcement of her new podcast series, Confessions of a Female Founder. This podcast promises to explore the experiences of women entrepreneurs, delving into the challenges and triumphs of building a business. While the details of the podcast are still emerging, it's clear that Meghan Markle is continuing to carve out her own path, focusing on areas that are important to her, such as female empowerment and entrepreneurship. This is a significant departure from the traditional roles often associated with members of the royal family. It's important to note that there's no inherent conflict between these two events: King Charles's environmental focus and Meghan Markle's entrepreneurial endeavors. They represent different approaches, different priorities, but both are, in their own way, engaging with the world and seeking to make a contribution. However, the contrast is noteworthy. King Charles, as the reigning monarch, is operating within a framework of established tradition and responsibility, addressing issues that have long been considered within the purview of the royal family. Meghan Markle, having stepped back from her senior royal role, is pursuing a more independent path, focusing on areas that align with her personal interests and experiences. This divergence reflects the evolving nature of the royal family itself. It's a dynamic institution, adapting to changing times and navigating the complexities of modern life. The different paths chosen by King Charles and Meghan Markle highlight this evolution, showcasing the diverse ways in which members of the royal family can engage with the world. This story reminds us of the enduring power of devotion to service and the planet. Let's consider some broader perspectives on these events. For many of us in the 55-plus age group, we've witnessed a significant shift in the role of the royal family over the decades. We remember a time when their public engagements were perhaps more formal, more focused on traditional ceremonies and duties. Today, we see a greater emphasis on addressing contemporary issues, on engaging with the public in new and diverse ways. This evolution is, in many ways, a reflection of the changing world around us. The public expects greater transparency, greater engagement, and a more direct connection with those in positions of influence. King Charles's commitment to environmental issues resonates deeply with this shift. He's not just fulfilling a symbolic role, he's actively engaging with some of the most pressing challenges of our time. He's using his platform to raise awareness, to promote dialogue, and to inspire action. Meghan Markle's podcast, while different in focus, also reflects this trend towards greater engagement and a more personal connection with the public. She's using her platform to share her experiences, to amplify the voices of other women entrepreneurs, and to contribute to a broader conversation about female empowerment. Both approaches, while distinct, represent a modern interpretation of the role of the royal family, a role that is increasingly defined by engagement, advocacy, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world. The world looks at the royal family to do good and make sure everyone has what they need. This story highlights not only King Charles's unwavering dedication to environmental causes, but also reflects a broader narrative about duty, service, and the evolving role of the monarchy in the 21st century. It's a story that resonates with those of us who value tradition, but also recognize the importance of adapting to a changing world. What do you think about this exciting news? How do you feel about King Charles's focus on climate change and water scarcity? And what are your thoughts on Meghan Markle's new podcast venture? Let us know in the comments below. Your perspectives are invaluable, and we always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts with us. We'll see you in the next video with more inspiring stories from the royal family. Stay tuned and take care.